After the FBI took control of this case. Renee Nicole Good was shot and killed in her car by an ICE officer yesterday. State and local officials are disputing claims from federal authorities that the shooting was done in self-defense. Meanwhile, protesters and ICE officials are clashing on the streets of Minneapolis. Democrats and Republicans are urging calm, but both say they are outraged. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Vice President J.D. Vance spoke in the last 3 hours.
Very, very difficult for Minnesotans to think in any way this is going to be fair when Kristi Noem was judge, jury, and basically executioner yesterday. That's very, very difficult to think that they were going to be fair.
The simple fact is, what you see is what you get in this case. You have a woman who was trying to obstruct a legitimate law enforcement operation. Nobody debates that. You have a woman who aimed her car at a law enforcement officer and pressed on the accelerator. Nobody debates that. I can believe that her death is a tragedy while also recognizing that it's a tragedy of her own making.
The killing of Renee Nicole Good is sending shockwaves across the country, including right here in our region, and some drawing similarities between what happened in Minneapolis to the two incidents last year where federal agents opened fire on drivers in D.C. Rafael Sanchez Cruz has been following these cases. And Rafael, the two cases that are under investigation involve agents with Homeland Security.
Yeah, that's right, Annie. Both of those cases that happened along Benning Road last year here in the district. So Homeland Security investigations, HSI was patrolling alongside MPD. HSI is the investigative branch of ICE that targets crimes like global threats, drug trafficking, and human smuggling, and it continues patrolling alongside DC police.
This witness video showing a federal immigration agent opening fire on Renee Nicole Good in Minnesota is resonating more than 1,100 miles away.
It's eerily similar to what happened with Mr. Brown's case.
Attorney Elizabeth Page White represents both men who were shot at by HSI agents in D.C. Philip Brown's case happened in October during a traffic stop.
Mr. Brown was charged with fleeing, and that's why the officer said that he pulled out his gun and shot.
ICE says the HSI agent feared for his life and the lives of others, which is why he opened fire. A D.C. judge dropped a charge against Brown. In an exclusive WUSA 9 interview, Brown told us last month he's still processing the fact that he was shot at.
So it went through there, then when it went through there, it actually went through the collar of my jacket right here.
White insists that what happened in Minneapolis is not an isolated incident.
If you don't rein these people in, if you don't take ICE off of our streets, they will kill somebody. That's exactly what happened. It almost happened here twice.
Today, Mayor Muriel Bowser and interim police chief Jeffrey Carroll face questions about D.C.'s collaboration with federal immigration officials. Through a mayoral order, Bowser has blocked MPD to patrol with ICE, but not HSI.
To the extent that HSI or any other agency is out in the community, they are out in the community without MPD every day.
Us working with federal authorities in the policing operations, being out there actually helps us to make sure that we can work in those areas to help control what's going on. Obviously, I can't assure you of anything.
Yeah, both of these cases are being investigated by MPD. Brown's attorneys are having DC's Office of Police Complaints investigate Brown's case. They still haven't gotten their hands on that body-worn camera footage, despite several attempts to get comments from ICE and HSI. Annie, we have yet to hear back.
All right, Rafael, thank you.